Hey guys, my name's Elizabeth and I study the wealthiest millionaires, billionaires, and successful people, and I share the tips with you. I also, with my husband, we've built a pretty good amount of wealth, and I'm 29 years old already, and we're on the path to creating millions and millions and hundreds of millions of dollars in our lifetime. So I want to share what we're doing and the habits and the mindsets and the skills of people that have done this as well. Let's do it. All right, so number one is wealthy people have a bias for action. They reduce the amount of time it takes from getting the idea to actually taking action. And so some people get ideas and they go, go, go. Some people think about it and marinate on it for a little bit. But the key to success is to not spend too much time in thinking mode and to take more action. And so, for example, if you have an idea or if I tell you, hey, maybe invest in a Roth IRA, and then you just think about it, you're like, oh yeah, that sounds cool. I can make millions of dollars. All I have to do is invest $250, $500 a month for a long period of time and I'm good. But then you don't do anything or you wait a year to start. That is going to delay your success, and wealthy people act fast. So act fast. You got this. Number two, surround yourself with people who motivate you, encourage you, inspire you, and make you better. And so you are the accumulation of the people that you're around. Also, if you're around high performers, there's so many studies about how you are more likely to perform higher and better. If you are around people who are not achieving, people who are unhealthy, all of those things, you're more likely to be like that. And so that scares me. That makes me really intentional and say, ooh, I need to be careful who I'm around, who I'm listening to. And I actually curated social media where I actually use it, where I follow really wealthy people, really healthy people, people who inspire me and motivate me, and people that have lives that I want to live. And so I'm learning how they think. I'm learning what they do. I'm seeing what they do, and then I'm adopting that. And so these are the people I'm surrounding myself with. Even if you don't have people around you that are exactly how you want to be, maybe you're in a location that maybe LA would have all these types of people that really fit with who you want to be, or that would have more of the type of people that you want to be around, but you don't live anywhere in LA and you live in Kentucky or something, go online and find people that can motivate you, encourage you, and inspire you. And so people, like wealthy people, they have mentors, they have people who help them, and they have cheerleaders, and they have people that they want to be like, and then they start acting like them. Act like the person you want to become, and surround yourself with successful and people you want to be like. Number three, be a person worthy of achieving what you want, or someone who believes that you can have what you want. And so it doesn't mean that you're not worthy. Jamie Kern-Lea, she's a billionaire, and she had IT Cosmetics, and she has a book called Worthy right now, and it's a New York Times bestseller and is doing really, really well. And so you are worthy just as you are. I have a video on my channel about this as well, but be a person that can achieve those things. So you have to start taking those actions and having habits of a wealthy person, of a healthy person, of a happy person, of someone who has a good marriage, of someone who has whatever you want. You have to start taking those actions. You can't just wish it to happen or will it to happen. There is a lot of research and stuff on mindset and on manifesting and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, it's about action. So take action, start acting like the person you want to become, and you will become them. Number four, don't be afraid to fail or to look stupid. It's actually part of the process to becoming successful. And so I see this all the time. So many people make fun of people if they mess up, or if you're playing a game and they're making fun of you for messing up or not making the shot or whatever. But at least you're playing the game. And guess what? If you are able to build the confidence and you're able to say, you know what? I didn't make that shot. Oh, well. Or, hey, I really want to go try this. Let me go try this. Sarah Blakely, so many people talk about that failure is not trying. And so if you let someone else, or if you let yourself prevent you from trying, then you're going to have a hard time being successful. And so fear is a huge thing that holds people back. I could do a video on that if you want, and if that would be helpful, definitely let me know in the comments if that would be. But you have to just go for it, and you have to believe that it's going to be okay. If you fail, it's okay. Right? Think about your 85-year-old self. And would your 85-year-old self wish that you took the risk? Would they wish that you would have gone for it? Probably. And so don't be afraid to look stupid. Who cares? You have to fail and fail and fail and fail and fail and fail, and eventually you will succeed. Number five, Rome wasn't built in a day. Give yourself a longer time horizon. Annoying, I know. And so wealthy people, they think in longer time horizons. So a lot of people underestimate what they can do in 10 years, but they overestimate what they can do in 1 year. And so you're like, I'm going to do all this stuff this year, New Year's resolutions, let's go. But instead, think longer. If you are thinking longer, you're going to be able to have more habits and skills that you can maintain, and it's going to stick with you. And maybe you can build something bigger. Typically, big things take time. And so if you're just thinking small and small and small and small, you're only going to be able to create these small things. But if you think in small chunks of time and small steps, but over this long period of time, you'll be able to create more. So think about things with a longer time horizon. Keep compounding, keep doing those actions. I know it can be frustrating showing up daily, and nothing's happening, but stuff is happening. You just might not see it. So expand the time. Number 6, I've always been a big fan of this. My husband is amazing at this. He just makes life fun. He makes things fun. And I'm like, wow, like I want to do what he's doing. But then sometimes I do what he's doing. I'm like, hey, that's actually not as fun. Or whatever task he had to do. But it's not necessarily the task. It could be, but it could be your attitude and your mindset and your approach around it. And so Ali Abdaal came out with Feel Good Productivity. I've not gotten the book yet, but I'm considering it. And it's about being more productive. And it actually started, it wasn't just all these little tips on how to be more productive and get things done. It actually turned into like a lot of positive psychology and how to incorporate more play and people and how to have more fun, right? And so you have to make the process fun. You have to find ways to enjoy the journey because it's hard, it's monotonous, and it's a lot of boring work. Alex Hormozi says you got to do the boring work. It's just boring, right? And so a lot of people, it gets boring, it gets hard, and they just jump to another ship because it's new and exciting, but you have to stick with it and keep going and find ways to make things fun. If you make it fun, you're more likely to continue on. And if you continue on, you're more likely to succeed. Number 7, your answer is in a who, not a how. Instead of always thinking, how can I figure this out? How can I find a solution? Think, who can solve this for me? Who is the solution to the problem or knows the solution to the problem? Who could help? And so Cody Sanchez talks about this and multiple other really successful people talk about this. And so I'm always like, okay, how can I figure this out? And I've started to switch on who could help me figure this out? Who knows the skill and the piece of the puzzle that I'm missing? And so that's going to save you more time. We have to unite. We have to use other people's skills and gifts to help make us better. And we can all use our strengths. And if you combine the strengths, if you start thinking who, not how, it's going to be faster for you. You're going to find solutions faster. You're going to find better solutions. And then you'll be hitting success and whatever you want faster. Number 8, this one was really eye-opening to me. And so your life is only going to be as big as your thinking. And so your life is limited to your thinking. And so be careful. Like if you're thinking about your past, that's what you're going to get. If you're thinking about a problem, that's what you're going to get. If you do dream, but your dream isn't really expansive, or maybe someone else's dream can't fit within your dream, or you could even dream bigger, whatever, your thinking is going to impact your life. And so that could be with if you're thinking big or if you're thinking small. It could also be thinking if you're thinking negative or thinking positive. You can think if you're thinking like a growth mindset or you're thinking of a fixed mindset. And so be careful, be mindful of your thinking. I have a lot of videos on my channel. I'm going to be doing a lot more on mindset and how you think and challenging you to think bigger and to be thinking of more and how you can do more in this world, right? We all have gifts and things to bring to this world. Let's challenge ourselves to bring those out. Number 9, one of my favorites, focus is key. It's about focus. Daily habits are key. What are you focusing on most of the time? What are your daily habits? And do they help you become who you want to be? So it's about your habits. Your habits create your life. Atomic Habits is amazing, and I talk about it all the time. Feel free to check out that book or James Clear. It's truly life-changing. But what are your habits and your actions? But then what's your mindset? How are you thinking? And so be really careful. Your thoughts create your life. Your habits create your life. And so take an inventory and see, what are the current habits that I'm doing? What are the habits of successful people? What are the habits of the people I want to be like? And then start implementing those into your daily life. And you will be so shocked and surprised and happy with what happens. Number 10, it is important to serve, to help, and to share information. No one becomes wealthy without service or without providing value. And so this is a huge one that I've seen time and time again. And it's about service. It's about providing value. If you want to make money, if you want to have good relationships, you have to serve, you have to provide, you have to help, right? And so don't just keep all of your information hidden. Don't just keep all of your gifts hidden. Start helping people. Start figuring out how you can provide value to another person. Life is about connection. Life is about people and how we can help and serve and love on other people. So how can you do that? If you start thinking more about service and giving, you are going to become successful and wealthy, and you're going to be happy too because you're helping someone else. Number 11 has 2 things, is to get creative and think outside of the box. And then what makes you unique and what makes you stand out. And so you have to really find that. What is the differentiator between you? Because even with financial education, there's so much money and information about money online. You guys could just do a Google search and find a lot of this information or read some books. But what is going to be different about you? What is different about this finance channel versus that finance channel? What is different about how you are at your work? How are you a different employee? How are you a different teacher? How are you a different engineer? How are you different, right? And so there's a lot of things that make us unique, and we need to always focus on, that we are one and that we have a lot in common, but we also have these unique things and skills and perspectives. And how can we use that to our advantage? How can we use that to serve other people? And how can we use that to help us create something of value for someone else? And lastly, number 12, what is your unfair advantage? There's a book on this, The Unfair Advantage. I'm definitely going to be checking it out, but I've heard about this and have been recommended this by some people. And it's, what's your unfair advantage? Nisha talks about this. Ali Abdaal talks about this. And they say you have to find what makes you unique. And so remember that we all have different life experiences. And so if you're super broke and then you're working on building wealth, maybe that's unique about you. If you went to this university, then that's unique about you. If you have a certain job, that's unique about you. If you're a parent, that's something that's unique. If you have a certain hobby or passion, that is something that's unique about you. And so do an inventory, maybe check out the book and start figuring out what is unique to you. What is a skill you have? What is a unique perspective or these unfair advantages that could help you to help other people and build a business or a life or a job or something that will help you in your life, but that will also help somebody else. All right, so those were 12 tips from the wealthiest billionaires, millionaires, successful people that I know on how they think differently than poor people, how they think differently than people who just go along with everyday life. And maybe that's what you want to do, and that's okay. But for people who want to do more, people who want to reach their full potential, people who want to build wealth for themselves, who want to create a business, who wants to help other people, whatever that is, or just to show up happier, healthier, and better, then definitely feel free to check these out. Let me know which ones stand out to you. Feel free to give this video a thumbs up, share with a friend, subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys, keep learning, working, and growing. You got this.